Welcome to the tradition. You know, we're like a week into the meta, right? Around maybe a little bit over a week. And yes, we have a tier list video. And as you know, on this channel, we rank every single card. Yes, we don't waste any card. Everything is getting ranked. But, you know, another tradition, we're changing these boring names. You know, let's start with D. We're just gonna name that Bruh Momentum. Because, you know, it's, trash goes there. And we're gonna do for the things that are and we're gonna say good, just good things. Let's do a now you're talking tier. Now you're talking. Yeah, there we go. Now you're talking, or okay, whatever. The now you're talking tier, right? And then S is awesome sauce. All right, now we got everything lined up. We have a lot to get through, guys, so I'm not really trying to wait too long. Now we have the brand new poison powder 10 oddish. I don't actually think this is that bad. Solely because it poisons. So it does 20 for 1. It's not great in terms of like stage 1s, but it's not terrible, right? So I'm just gonna put it in because it's not terrible. Gloom, even though you're probably rare candying Blossom, right? You're never gonna play with Gloom. 2 for 40 is not great at all, to be honest with you. Cards do more for 1, but I'd say they're around like this is fine as an evolution line. Blossom, I think it's actually a very interesting card because it's a chance to just absolutely do an insane amount of damage. If you flip 3 heads, okay, which is very low chance, it could go insane. Keep in mind though, not everyone is running Will, so you might flip no heads at all, and because of that, I want to put it in sadly. It has decent HP, but I cannot call this card a good card. It's like, if you really want to screw around with it, maybe YouTube content, I can make a video on it maybe, but if you want to win games, no. Speaking of if you want to win games, this is terrible. 2 energy, Grassmon? No, this is terrible. Grassnot's gimmick is also terrible. It does more damage the higher the retreat cost of your opponent. Basically gimmick, it's terrible. Scyther 1 for 20 is terrible. But I feel like I gotta put it at least in because it's like around the same, like, you know, it's like oddish, you could say. Guillotine, 3 energy for 70 is terrible. I don't think you should ever use this card. Chikorita is also, I think these all belong in I don't think they're good. Sorry guys, I don't think Meganium's good. 3 for 80. You heal 20 from each of your mons, but I don't think we should be using this mon. It's just not doing enough damage. In this meta, in this day and age, where damage is insane by turn 3, 80 is just not enough, I'm sorry. Same thing goes for these guys, this is terrible. I mean, at least this guy can attack 1 for 50, but you gotta evolve, and he gets no Lucario buff. You know, he's not a fighting type, he's a bug type, so this is basically capping at 50, so I'm not gonna lie, trash for something that evolves, trash. Trash. This guy would have been good, but he actually, yeah, I don't know, he's a stage 2. No retreat cost is like, oh, that's pretty awesome, right? But like, you're probably gonna end up placing an energy on him anyway, so what's the point? Am I wrong, guys? What is it, like, supposed to be a tank? What is the point of Jump Fluff? I might put it in Bruh Momentum. I love Jump Fluff, but I don't understand. A stage 2 that attacks for 60, bro. No. Sunkern is also going to be a no for me, dog. 2 for 70, at least now we're talking, like, 2 for 70. He's better than most of these other guys, and he's only a stage 1. Confirmed 70. I'm not going to lie, Sunflora. You're fine. I'm not going to lie. He's a stage 1. He hits for 2 for 70. If you get him early, you might actually win some games. Sunflora, somehow you're actually good. I'm not going to lie. Somehow you're actually good. U-turn is interesting. It's cute because you can switch with your bench, but it needs to, so it's terrible. This, on the other hand, is not that terrible. This, on the other hand, is not that terrible. It's colorless, so it has some freedom of decks you can put it in, but I do feel like, why would you not just play Omega EX, to be honest with you? This Pineco is terrible. Don't know what they were thinking. Don't use that card. Shuckle EX. Now, let me yap about Shuckle EX. I know some of you guys are like, oh my god, you're putting it that high? Shuckle EX is actually good. I'm sorry, I'm gonna say it one more time. Shuckle EX is actually good. I think it's very good. I just don't have one. But if I had one, I think Shuckle EX could actually work decently well in Celebi decks. Yes, in Celebi decks, or like any other Grassmon that needs a lot of energy. There is none, basically, other than like Celebi, which you want to stack infinite energy on. I think Solid Shell is a little bit more impactful than you guys think. Minus 20 damage from attacks, period. All attacks is very nice, makes him pretty tanky. Throw on a Leaf Cape, and that boy is sitting at like 150 HP. That boy is sitting at 150 HP, minus 20 damage. And if you happen to flip decently well, he can do 60 damage, you know, or maybe, you know, he'll average 20 to 40 damage. But that's pretty good for one energy. Like, I think he's a very good starter mon. Like, if you put it at the start of the game, if you don't start him, it's not great. Because you might never switch into him ever. But, actually, I like Shuckle. I like it. I think it's decent. I actually do think it's decent. I wish I could back it up with a deck showcase, but I just don't have one yet. We do have Single Lunge. This is terrible. I don't know. Like, if this Pokemon has no damage on it, but it needs 2 energy, I'm not with it. This is actually very good. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I'm not gonna put it in awesome sauce, but Cherubi being able to Sweet Relay for 0 energy speeds up the Sweet Relay decks in general by 1 whole turn, which might not seem a lot to you guys. 1 whole turn, you know, it's just 1 turn, but that will get Alcremie ramped up a turn sooner. It's one-shotting EXs a turn sooner, because you gotta Sweet Relay like what, 4 or 5 times to one-shot every EX mon in the game. Cherubi's actually a very cute addition to the game. Very cute. Cherubi though, or I mean Cherim, I don't think you should ever evolve it. I think just keep it a Cherubi. I don't know why it doesn't. Guys, why did they? I mean, I don't know. I don't think it's that bad though. But I don't know why they have a Sweet Relay focused Cherubi and then they throw away the concept entirely with Cherim. I don't know if that's cool or not. Like, it's kind of interesting how it's only for Cherubi and they throw it away. But they did the same thing with Vanillix. I think they did the same thing. 2 for 30, terrible. Scorching Breath is cute. I'm not messing with it though. It's cute, but I'm not messing with it. How are you guys gonna ramp this? Ho-Oh? Moltres? I don't know. Magby maybe? I guess with Magby it's not too bad, right? But you have to evolve into it. I don't know, what do you guys think? Could this work with Magby? I'm not gonna put it complete trash, but I'm not a big fan of the new Ninetales. Cyndaquil is mid. This is also mid. I think Typhlosion is good, because this is like instant value. I like cards that have instant value, and he has instant value on bench. The only problem is he's a stage 2. But you never know. In the future, when they release like a broken Emboar EX, he's like, oh, if the opponent's burned, I one-shot you. You know, maybe Typhlosion will become good or something, but stage 2's holding him back. Oh, we have Slugma, who's trash, but Magcargo, man. I do want to talk about Magcargo. Where am I going to put him, guys? Where am I going to put him? Somebody said this guy's the Fire Rampardos. That's not true, by the way. But is it funny? Yeah, Magcargo's very funny. But does it have like an actual spot in the meta other than like week 1 YouTube videos? Like, oh my god, it's so broken. If you place 1 Magcargo, he never hurts himself. He's crazy. I think it's very annoying. And I think you can win games unranked. Maybe. So I'm actually going to put it in Now You're Talking, just because this isn't only competitive. It's like in general, everything, like ranked, competitive, blah, blah, blah. And I think he's kind of funny. But it can, like, I don't know, it can, like, your entire game plan can brick as soon as they get a Tankymon up in time and they one-shot you. Or not, maybe not one-shot, but 2-shot you. This is not that much HP. But it's a decent amount, enough to where you can survive some attacks. So that's why I'm thinking, where do I want to put it? Like, because I do think it's at least good. I don't know if it's Now You're Talking level good, but I think it's a good card. I don't think it's broken, guys. I don't know. It's very annoying. It's obnoxious. It's so obnoxious, and maybe it does belong up here, and Now You're Talking, but I don't think it's going to remain this way. I think, give it time, people will stop playing Magcargo. I believe somebody tried to use it in a tournament recently and it did terrible. So it's kind of a meme deck, but I'm going to put it in good for now. I know you guys were waiting for that one. Magby is awesome sauce. I'm sorry. Magby is awesome sauce. Check out my Rayquaza video if you haven't. Rayquaza and Magby. I got a video on that on my channel. Magby and the other like maybe 2 other babies are going up here. Babies are crazy for the game. I don't think people realize that we're just doubling energy. We're literally doubling the speed we can build anything in the game. Well, not anything, let me relax. Colorless and fire and electric mons or mons that require that energy, we're building them at double speed. We're literally going 2 energy per turn. You can literally use the baby's moves first turn. It's game changing, literally meta changing, game changing. We actually want to go first sometimes, right? I think they're awesome sauce. Yeah, I think they're just crazy. Well, Magby at least, it's crazy. Hellstein's like maybe Ninetales work. Some of the other fire types that require a lot, Ho-Oh, obviously, Entei, maybe even. Things like Rayquaza, colorless mons that are basics. Keep in mind, only basics, colorless basic mons. It's ridiculous. I think babies are ridiculous. They are pretty balanced with their boo-boo HP stat though. So I don't think they're like entirely broken, but I am putting them in awesome sauce. Speaking of awesome sauce, this guy is not awesome sauce. This guy is just I don't believe in this. Discard energy, weird 4 energy requirement, run it with Ho-Oh maybe. Terrible, I'm not gonna lie. It could go in Brum Momentum, honestly. I'd rather run Ninetales. Yeah, this is actually, I don't know. Who's better, Ninetales or Entei? You guys are both like enemy. Ho-Oh, I think Ho-Oh is Now You're Talking. Is he awesome sauce? He kinda is, but I don't think he's like... it's pretty easy to build Ho-Oh with a baby. It is pretty easy to build Ho-Oh with a baby. But I'm thinking, like... I mean, if we gotta put something in awesome sauce, Ho-Oh definitely has the potential. I will put him up here. His potential is insane. And we haven't given it too much time. You know, this is an early tier list, right? Early meta. But I think once you get the Ho-Oh built, you just get to have fun. It's freedom. Like, you can build anything. You can place a million energies on Blissey and see if it just wins the game for you. Place on Lugia twice, he goes crazy. The only problem is Ho-Oh getting built and not taking too much damage, not becoming Cyrus bait, not giving the opponent 2 prize points for free, especially when they already have 1, assuming they took out a baby. But if you can deal with all that, if you can deal with all the caveats, right? Ho-Oh EX is awesome sauce, like entirely. Obviously, he's great. He does a lot of damage, or it's a decent amount of damage for what he does. An accelerator that does 80 with 150 HP, pretty good. Darmok is terrible. I think this is also pretty bad. We have mons that do 2 for 70. And yeah, aren't you? So, oh, speaking of mons that work well with Typhlosion, I actually don't think Heatmor is too bad. I don't know why no one's trying him. I think it's because it's kind of hard to get your Typhlosion up. I don't think he's too bad. You know, if your opponent is burned, Heatmor does 40 more damage. This is not bad. Maybe the 2 energy requirement is a little bit weird though. That is a little bit strange, but I don't think a Magby Heatmor Typhlosion deck is too out of the ordinary, right? But how do you get your Typhlosion though? In time. I don't think Heatmor's I think it's actually pretty good. I don't know, I'm a believer, Poliwag is literally mid. This guy's whatever. At least he attacks for 1, at least it's not 2, right? Politoed has potential. I'm sorry. Now you're talking. Because imagine we get Poliwrath EX next set. Politoed, literally just for existing, right? The Pokemon, any Pokemon that evolves from Poliwhirl, so it works on Politoed, by the way, does plus 40 damage. Yes, you heard that right. Plus 40 damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. That's a lot. That is a lot. He's a crazy just booster of attack and damage, you know. I think he has a lot of potential. I know some people might not agree with where I put Politoed, but I truthfully do think he has potential. I truthfully do. Horsey is fine. Very squishy though. 2 for 50 is okay. But Kingdra is also okay to me. I'm sorry guys. I'm not really a Kingdra believer. The best thing about Kingdra is his HP stats. But he is a stage 2. Keep that in mind. And the defending Pokemon can't retreat. We have Lyra, right? We have Lyra. We have Celesteela. We have Lima. I don't know. There are a lot of ways to deal with the can't retreat thing. We have Solgaleo. I just don't think that bonus effect is enough. So he's basically just a Mon that does 90. To be honest, that bonus effect is not huge to me. So I am gonna put Kingdra down here. Sorry, I don't think it's like though. You can say Kingdra's good, but I just don't think it's incredible. This Magikarp is fine. I don't know if I like Splashing Dodge more than the Leap Outs Magikarp that just leaves. So I'm gonna put it in But yeah, you have a chance to not take damage and get your 2 energy Gyarados, which I actually think is now you're talking. I don't think it's incredible, but it's very interesting. It just takes a lot of work to get started, but new Gyarados can do a ton of damage for only 2 energy. It's very cute. Very cute Mon, but you have to, it takes a lot of work. Speaking of a lot of work, these guys are bad. Not gonna lie, I don't think any of those are good. And I think this is a big ol' Discard a random energy from your opponent's active Pokemon. 3 for 90 is just not good. I don't know why they screwed over the Gen 2 starters. They're definitely going to get EXs next set, maybe. Or they're going to get Megas and EXs, like Mega EXs or something, to coincide with ZA in October. I don't know. But, yeah. Anyways, Meryl is trash. Yeah. Alright, Azumarill. 3 for 60 is outrageous. This is terrible. Am I wrong? Even with thick fat. Like, so I need to fight fire or water types? Bro, no. This is also terrible. This is terrible. Sorry, like, I'm not even, like, dissing these cards. They're just not great. This is terrible. Don't use that. Find a friend. And it's colorless. I mean, find a friend is very broken as a move. Why would you not run Eevee though? So I'm just gonna say, sorry Corsola, I love Corsola, but I don't know why you just wouldn't run Eevee. This guy's trash. Octillery, Octazooka, there's a lot of text here, but it's trash, guys, trust me. The opponent flips, and if they flip, tails or whatever, they can't, like, the attack doesn't work. I die. If it worked with Will, maybe, but it's on the opponent's turn, so I don't think it'll work with Will. So I'm just gonna put it in It could be funny. Like I said, YouTube content. Stumbling Draw. He draws a card and he does damage. It's cute. But I don't think Delibird is very good. I don't know. I'd rather run Collect Eevee. Sorry, Eevee's broken because it evolves into Sylveon. Sorry, Delibird. This is terrible. Suicune is, it's You guys gotta show me the vision on these legendary beast decks. I don't know. Not very good. Corphish is whatever. Unruly Claw is because it interests me. Because you can discard an energy if you evolve that turn. But I'm not messing with the 3 for 70. I'm sorry. The energy cost is weird. Ducklet is trash. But I do think Swanna can actually be good, especially with Gyarados. I think Swanna can be good. So I think I'm gonna put Swanna up here because you can attack for 2 energy, then move all energy to one of your bench Pokemon, 0 retreat, go straight into Gyarados, 2 energy, literally made to play with Gyarados. It's cute. It's cute, right? It's cute. Chinchou is terrible, but Lunatone, sorry. Lantern EX is very mid. I'm not gonna lie, very mid. I don't like the 3 energy cost, and even though you always get Confusion or Paralysis no matter what, Confusion sucks. And I don't believe in that Mon. I'm sorry. Pichu is awesome sauce. It literally single-handedly made Dragonite usable. You can actually run 1 energy Dragonite decks now because of Pichu. It's awesome sauce, just like Magby. Yeah. I don't think I have to explain why, right? Same reasoning as Magby. Babies changed the game. Babies literally changed the game. Mareep is Bro Momentum. A lot of these cards are going to be Bro Momentum. 2 for 50, 90 HP. 2 for 50 is not bad, but it's whatever. But this guy is interesting. 2 for 80. I think this card is good. I do not think it's up here with these guys. I mean, you could run him with Will, though, huh? And he does a lot of damage. If you have Will stacked up, yeah, I'm actually going to respect Ampharos. I think he's Now You're Talking. It's a pretty cute idea. I think he can win games. But, because even 2 for 80 is pretty good. The only problem is he hurts himself, but it's only 10 damage. Oh no, it's 20, I believe. Well, I am going to just put him here. I think Ampharos is decent. This is one of the worst babies in the game. But it's not terrible though. Solely because you attack for 1 energy, or no energy. You go first. I think I'm going to put it in A. You guys could probably cook with it. I don't think it's great. At least Raikou is one of the most inexpensive. But 30 damage to itself is kind of ridiculous, right? He doesn't even paralyze or anything. He's so squishy. No, that's... Am I wrong? This is terrible. No, that's terrible. I don't know. I might be wrong, guys. Sorry for the Raikou fans. Raging Thunder, 40 and 10 to bench. It's eh. It's not like the worst thing ever. Kind of like a weird Pheromosa for electric types. But weaker than Pheromosa. Well, stronger than Pheromosa in single target, weaker than Pheromosa on bench hitting. So take it how you will. Take it how you will. We have Rest, heal 30 damage, fall asleep. It's pretty. I mean that's. You know what? That's actually not that. That's not terrible. I'll put it in A. This guy though. Basically same psychic as always. Does more energy. Does 30 more for each energy attached. I think he's A. Both are A mid. Don't use them. This is actually interesting. I imagine it could be decent, so I'm just gonna put it in good. But I don't know how. I don't know. What do you guys think about Smoochum? Is Smoochum cooking? Is Smoochum not cooking? I think it could be interesting because no energy cost. It could come in on a Giratina maybe and just do a crap ton of damage. Maybe close out the game for you. But it's so weak. Greninja pings. I don't know. 30 damage, 30 HP. It's really whatever. Jinx. This thing is way too weak for 2 energy. This is trash. Twinkly Call is another mon that I think is very good. I think it's actually Now You're Talking. It's like a free find a friend. It's just, it will not be able to get 2 off usually. Like, you're probably going to get blown up. By then, you're going to get 1 shot. But you guys can cook with this definitely. Maybe in Dragonite decks, you run Pichu and Cleffa, maybe. But it's cute. It's definitely cute. Togepi, not a baby Pokemon, but it just weakens the opponent's attacking Pokemon. It's mid to me. I'm sorry, mid. This is terrible. This is cute, though. I think this is kind of cute. Run it with Will. Takes no damage. I am going to have to put it in Ed, though, because it's very weak for 3 energy. You're asking a lot. Oh, here we go. Natsu. Yo, here we go with my Xatu placement, guys. Where will I play Xatu? Oh. No. I think it's good. It's corny enough to where it could win you games. Kind of like Magcargo, they're memes. They're the 2 energy memers of this set. Like, they're just the goofy, haha, silly, decks. It's cute with Typhlosion, definitely. Like, Xatu's cute with Typhlosion, but it's way too weak. It's way too weak. It's cute with Will, though. I don't know, YouTube content out the ass, obviously. YouTube content for sure, but not everybody's making YouTube content, so. Espeon EX, and guys, let's stop judging cards before we play with them. Remember, everybody, even me, I thought this card was kind of mid. Like Umbreon's way better. This guy's broken. Welcome to the GOAT of the set, maybe. One of the best EXs of the set, other than Crobat. Yeah, Espeon EX is ridiculous. 2 for 80. It's a lot. Actually, a lot. Especially with Greninja pings. If you're running this thing with Sylveon EX, which you probably are, right? You don't even like necessarily need the Greninja pings, but 2 for 80 is actually crazy, especially if it evolves on its next turn, and it has the Espeon. You are getting outpaced like crazy, and it can do things like heal off Greninja pings, which is huge. Actually, it can prevent Greninja pings as long as there's only 1 Greninja. It prevents Greninja pings entirely, which I think is one of the biggest bonuses about Espeon, kind of a Greninja counter. So, obviously, a Greninja counter is being ranked high. Espeon EX is incredible. Meme Meme. I wish they were better, but meme. Another meme. This is terrible. Meme. Terrible. Not the worst thing ever because of the HP stat. And also, this could be cute with Comfy. But I just don't know if, like, sleeping your opponent and doing 60 damage is that big of a deal. Especially when you're, like, that. You don't have that much HP. This Onyx is obviously supposed to be ran with Brock. So I'll put it in eh. It being colorless is nice, though. For Steelix, obviously. Sudowoodo with the staying out. Alright, Sudowoodo, 2 for Rock Throw, 50 damage is terrible, right? Run the other Sudowoodo, I think. It's better. I think Gligar is kind of mid, but Gliscor is interesting enough with it being colorless, so you can maybe run it in certain decks to get rid of Ori, but you have to evolve. So I'm just going to put it in eh. Like, I don't think it's good. Speaking of good, these are terrible. Earthquake hurts your own Mons. Free Cyrus pings, it's just like, bro, why? Free Umbreon pings, like, why? I actually think Phanpy is okay, though. I don't like that it hurts itself, but I think it's okay. It gets rid of Ori, right? And Donphan is better than I thought, for sure. So I'm actually going to put it in Now You're Talking. You know, congratulations to the Donphan fans. Donphan fans, wow. But the Donphan EX fans, the Donphan is actually pretty good. I think I like that it attacks on a curve. And with Lucario, this thing is actually doing way more damage than you expect. It's a little hard to power it. There's no baby fighting power like builder. I don't know why we didn't get Tyrogue doing what these two do. Why? Literally why? Why did Fire need it? Like, I don't really understand. Like, this is terrible. Yeah, here we go. Here he is right here. Terrible card. This is Fighting type Pheromosa. Actually pretty good. Pheromosa clones are always welcome. Because it's nice to hit the bench. It's always nice to hit the bench. Colorless Larvitar. What do you want me to say about this? You know, eh? Colorless Pupitar with Guard Press. You could get away with maybe building it inactive, but it's nothing crazy. This is terrible. Flip for damage cards are terrible. 3 for 70 Dynamic Chop. Why would you run this one? These guys are, now you're talking though, I can't lie. All the Zubat line, the brand new Zubat line is great. Crobat I will be placing higher though. But incredible, they poison, 1 damage, and poison. Instantly way better with Nihilego, they're doing a lot of damage, incredible. I shouldn't even have to explain why those are incredible. Crobat is awesome sauce, yes, you guys guessed correctly. Crobat is obviously awesome sauce, very good mon. I don't think I need to explain why. Insane HP stat, only needs 1 energy, does 70 but poisons you, can go even higher with damage numbers thanks to Nihilego. Dark type is great, you can run Dark Pendant, you can run Darkrai, Crobat is great. I shouldn't even have to explain that much. Anyways, we have Spinarak, who I think is trash. I'm sorry, this is trash. Like, no retreat stuff is just trash. Like, this is trash. Oh, I thought I ran out of space. Umbreon EX, I think it's very good, but I do think it's not awesome sauce level anymore. Is that crazy to say that? I feel like Umbreon EX and Espeon EX kind of like swapped what people thought it would be. People probably thought it would be like this. In reality, I feel like as the meta's going on, I think it's like this. Umbreon is okay, but I feel like in the dark type decks, you're gonna want to just build other stuff. And this, if it had no retreat cost where I could Dark Chase and then bring in something else, like a Darkrai, blah, blah. I mean, you could Dark Chase and Lyra, but you're not always going to have Lyra. You're not always going to have Umbreon damaged. I think the 2 retreat cost is kind of cringe. But it's very good. Guys, don't get me wrong. It's incredible. Like, this card's broken in its own right. I just don't think it's up here, necessarily. Sorry. Yeah. That's just how I feel. Playing it, seeing it in action, yeah. This is terrible. This is Honchkrow's for you Honchkrow fans, right? A new Sneasel that does damage confirmed is good. It's actually good for evolving into Weavile EX. Don't run this. I don't think you guys should run that. Why would you, right? Am I wrong? I don't know. This is also terrible. What were they thinking? Driving Swipe. I mean, you can discard a card from your opponent's hand, but 3 energy, bro? Dark energy? You're tripping. This is interesting. Now, Tyranitar is cute on paper because he can build himself instantly by getting all the dark energy from every other, like, mon in play on your side, right? But I think he's just good, though. Sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't even know like what you guys wanted me to say. He's just good. Leap over, mid. Fortress is terrible. Steelix is okay with Jasmine. It could be cute. He has a lot of energy, but you're supposed to build Brock Onyx first. I think it's good. I think it's just good, literally. This I don't think is very good, but I don't think it's as bad as these guys. I'm gonna put him in I don't know. Skarmory! Skarmory is Now You're Talking. Very good mon. I don't think it's awesome sauce. I mean, it could be, though. Do I think Skarmory is awesome sauce? No, I don't think it's on the level of some of these other mons. But Skarmory EX is great. Honestly, Ho-Oh could go down here, but I think I'm going to keep it up here. Skarmory EX is great. Very tanky. 2 for 70. Pretty cheap. Run it with Steel Apron. Run it with Jasmine. You get the idea. It's very annoying to deal with. Mawile is whatever. They keep making Mawile cards that are mid as hell. Mid. Like, literally, the middest stuff ever. Alright, Kling Klang. I think it's actually pretty interesting because he can do like 140 as long as he can attack twice. So I think he's actually decent. Sorry, yeah, I random, I guess, right? But, and it attacks on a curve at least, but, if you rare candy it, then what are you gonna do? Glide is whatever. Peck Bugs is too reliant on you fighting grass types, so I don't like it. Scrunch is trash, right? But you're not supposed to have it inactive anyways. Blissey is cute. The idea is cute because it does 30 more or 20 more damage for each energy attached to the mon. And you can play it with Ho-Oh. But you have to build Ho-Oh. So I am going to put it in I don't think it's a good card necessarily, but it could be a funny video. Crosscut is literally the definition of It's a specific move again. There you do find a lot of evolutions, but bro, come on, sorry, come on. This is awesome sauce. This is broken. Why did we buff Sylveon Dex? Why, bro? This is broken. Obviously, Find a Friend is broken. It's the best new EV in the game. Collect is great too, but yeah, it's really up to you. Oh, I just moved the thing. Sorry about that, guys. I think it's good now. But yeah, let's do Porygon mid. Porygon 2 is actually very good though. I think both of these guys are Now You're Talking because it's basically a rare candy as a Pokemon, right? And they attack on a nice curve, you know, 1 into 2. And Slowing Beam is Stoutland's move on an attack though. Kind of wish it was the ability, but I know they gotta differentiate Stoutland somehow from Porygon Z. Terrible. 1 for 80 is cute though, so I will put it in because you might lose to Furret if it has Will. But yeah, this is terrible though, and like realistically, because you need Will. This is terrible. This actually destroyed me in ranked one day. Guys, this thing is very annoying. If they flip heads, they're just invincible, and they one-shot a lot of things in the game. Not many things can live 180. So, yeah. I think it's actually good. As long as you can build it. You have to build it. So, yeah. Speaking of pretty bad. And that's terrible. But actually, at least this has some value, right? Like, you could redraw your entire hand, maybe save you and find something. This is not good, though. I don't know what they were thinking with that evolution. This is terrible. This is terrible. Basically, like, healing, it's whatever. 3 energy, bro. No, this is terrible. Pokemon Tool specific, again, randomly specific card, trash. Splatter Coating is cute, so I'm going to put it in because you can screw somebody over. Most of the time, though, you're not screwing anybody over because he only changes 1 energy at a time. So they're just going to replace it. And Boom You! Now, Lugia is interesting. Lugia is as good as Ho-Oh is, guys. Lugia is as good as Ho-Oh is. If you can build your Ho-Oh, you can build your Lugia. Preferably, you can build it twice. and nothing is stopping a Lugia that is built twice, right? I think whole Lugia deck is pretty good, and I think it did pretty decent at a tournament, I believe, right? But as I'm looking at all these cards, I do think they belong in Now You're Talking. I'm sorry, I'm just gonna move them both down here. I think they're asking too much. With decks like Sylveon, Espeon, Crobat, Darkrai, I think this is asking too much. It's kind of asking too much, but if you can get it to work, then yeah, great. And I just screwed with the screen again. Okay, anyways. Buffalon is terrible. Anyways, we have the brand new tools. Let's just, let's rate these as well. We do everything. We rank everything. This is Now You're Talking incredible. Honestly, it could be awesome sauce. Like the potential of this in the future, this is just always going to be incredible. You can Dawn and still like Leaf at the same time. It's incredible. Squirt Bottle was supposed to nerf Charizard, but I don't know if one energy is really enough. You could slow down a Charizard by one turn, maybe. It's so specific though. I'm gonna put it in You're not always gonna run it because you don't know if you're fighting a fire deck all the time. Steel Apron is another that I think is a little bit better than I think it's a good. I think it's a good card. Maybe if it was minus. Actually, that's pretty cool. I think it's Now You're Talking. I think Steel Apron is Now You're Talking. Dark Pendant. What were they thinking? Another case of what was Dina thinking? Is it DNA? Dina? What was Dina thinking? Why are we buffing Darkrai? Why are we buffing Dark decks? Like, Dark Tina is still goated literally right now, so it's like, what are you guys thinking? Right? Am I wrong? I don't know. Rescue Scarf, I think, is interesting. It's kind of interesting to fight against Darkrai pings, but they still get the point, so it's whatever. William. I love my William. Can we get the full arts, bro? Yeah, here we go. Let's use the full arts. They just look better. All right, here we go. The full art William. I think William belongs in Now You're Talking. He's not broken like everybody thought he would be, but he's interesting, and the potential of Will in the future does shine true. When they release something like if I flip heads, I win the game. Will could maybe be good then. Lyra. I love the art for this card. Now, Lyra, I think is great. Literally a great card. Very much so needed edition. It's crazy. I don't think it's game breaking, right? But it's 100% Now You're Talking. 100% Now You're Talking. And I keep screwing with the screen. Oh my god, I'm very silly today, aren't I? Holy moly, bro. Sorry, guys. This is, Alright, silver. Now, we have silver. I don't think I have to explain this. Obviously, awesome sauce broken. See your opponent's hand. And discard a supporter. What were they thinking? Fisher. It's niche. He's very niche. You only run him with Gyarados, right? So far, in my opinion. You can run him with other stuff, but Jasmine, the card art is so cute that I am going to put it in awesome sauce. I don't care what you guys think. Sorry, best trainer art in the game. Yeah. It's actually also very good. I'd probably realistically put it in Now You're Talking. And here we go. Actually, no, I don't know. It's very specific, though. It only works with 2 mons. I don't like supporters that do that. Hiker is also very niche, bro. Actually, in a silver meta, he's low-key trash. So you get to go in the middle of this trash pile, bro. Anyways, let's do a slow scroll. Hopefully I don't screw up the thing again. But anyways, here is my tier list of every single card ranked. I hope your favorite Pokemon got a decent ranking. Let me know down below. If they didn't, sorry. I'm very sorry if they didn't get a good rating. But yeah, that's what I think of every single card in Wisdom of Sea and Sky. For the, we don't do question of the days for these type of videos, but for the question of the day, if I just have to make one, you guys, what is the top 5 most broken cards of the set in your opinion? Comment down below, everybody. Comment down below. Let me know the top 5 most broken cards in your opinion in this set. Game-changing, meta-defining cards. And, yeah, that's pretty much it. Like and subscribe if you guys enjoyed it. And, yeah, you already know my deal and my vibe. I'm out of here.